Hello guys, welcome back to Fine Beauty Bible. This feels so weird saying that instead of Brit's Recent Beauty, but today we are going to do a Brit's Recent Beauty. So if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that every single Sunday for the past year, I have been coming on to Instagram stories and I was just sharing things that I bought that week. I buy beauty a lot. Clearly, as you can see from the wall of skincare behind me, I buy a lot of beauty products. And I figured what better way to put out consistent content than to simply come on here and share what I spent my money on that week and also update people on things from the previous week of shopping that I found to be worth or not worth my money. So when I decided that I wanted to start doing this on YouTube instead, I took a break from sharing Brit's Recent Beauty on my Instagram stories. Did I think that my break from Brit's Recent Beauty would end up being this long? No, I did not, but I wanted to make sure that I was really prepared to start off this YouTube with a bang. So what I'm going to do today is update you guys on 6 entire months worth of beauty products that I have emptied, used to the last drop, either loved, hated. I'm just going to update you on all my opinions. I'm going to do it week by week, break it up into different categories because it is a lot. I have here skincare and makeup. Some of them are so empty, like no kidding, last drop. I also have body care and fragrance here. And then I have a whole separate box for things that I have finished and loved so much that I went and bought more of. And this box is overflowing. So those are the 3 categories that I'm going to break it up into. Skincare and makeup will be in one, body care and fragrance will be in another, and then the last section is just going to focus on what I've repurchased, loved enough to repurchase. Okay, so we are gonna get into the body care, the fragrance. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea how much I wanted to just hop on my Instagram stories and be like, okay, I can't take this anymore. Let's do some Brit's Recent Beauty. Happy Sunday. What are you guys getting into? But we back, girl. We are back. So I'm gonna start off with fragrance because those are the easiest. First one that I finished is the Glossier You fragrance. I am obsessed with this. From the time they first launched it, I went to their pop-up event in New York City. This is when Glossier still had stores open. And they had a pop-up event for it where you basically stick your arm through this hole. It was a little weird. You stick your arm through this hole and then someone on the other end of the wall would spray it on you and spray it on your friend that you came with. And then they would tell you to sniff each other. And what we noticed was that when we smelled it on each other, it genuinely did smell different. They chose notes that really interact with your personal body chemistry uniquely. Now, plenty fragrances will do that. There's no fragrance that's going to smell the exact same on everyone. But there are a few fragrance notes that you can choose that really ensures that no matter who's wearing it, it's gonna smell slightly different. So for example, like Tom Ford Black Orchid, Carolina Herrera Good Girl, if I smell this on someone, I'm gonna be able to recognize it. When you smell Glossier You on someone, it doesn't exactly, like you can't put your finger on it right away. That's part of the reason I love it because it's so personal, but it's also not too intense. The price point is $60. It's not something that breaks the bank. You don't feel guilty if you're using it just to go to Target. And because of that reason, I used it down. As you can see, there's just a tiny little bit shaking at the bottom there. It's not completely done yet, but it is pretty close, so I wanted to include it in this video. With Glossier You, I would describe this as something that feels very comforting, warm, soft. I wouldn't describe this as a super bold fragrance, and I also wouldn't describe it as something that is like this absolutely stunning, intoxicating scent. It really just feels familiar, something that you can wear and just feel like yourself. And I think that that's why they call it Glossier You, because that's really the essence that it gives me. The notes in here are We have pink pepper as a top note. And then we have a woodsy scent that comes in after with a little bit of amber. It's balanced with iris, a white floral. So that sort of gives it like a freshness, but a creamy freshness. Not the type of freshness that's going to smell like a men's cologne, if that makes sense. Okay, so the next one is, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that I have finished my Elizabeth & James Nirvana fragrance. It's pretty much done for. There's just a little tiny bit jiggling at the bottom of that container. This is the oldest rollerball fragrance I have, simply because it is now discontinued, so I hold on to it for dear life. I don't let myself use it very often. I have found fragrances that smell similar, but this is just, I keep this in my collection because it's one of the very first expensive perfumes I ever spent money on. It's one of the first products I ever bought at Sephora, so it just really has some sentimental value to me. I can't get rid of it. Elizabeth & James is the fragrance company that's owned by Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. So I thought that was so cool when I found out that these child actors who had a completely different career had also started branching out into fashion and fragrance and actually being good at it. Not just slapping their name on a fragrance that a separate company made for them. Like, it was a whole brand. And I was just so impressed by that, that this is one of the first fragrances that I decided to buy. This is also one of the first fragrances that really taught me personally what I like in a scent. So most people just buy whatever is popular. And I think that when I smelled this scent for the first time, I really was like, wow, this feels like me. Like, this doesn't feel like I'm trying to be grown today, so I'm going into my parents' room and using whatever fragrance I find. Like, this feels like something I picked out. This one, it's not going to be for everyone. It really, really is a fragrance that is spicy, warm. It has, it literally is a play on bourbon, the liquor, and that's sort of what it smells like. But to me, it just feels so grown and like dark, but still welcoming enough to wear during the daytime. And I really enjoy this fragrance. I'm going to put the details of it on the sides of the screen here, but for mood's sake, I just wanted to describe my connection to it. Now that we're done with fragrance, I'm going to get into body care, shower things. First things first is Honey Pot brand. If you have never heard of Honey Pot, they are a Black-owned women's health brand. So they have organic tampons, pads, panty liners, feminine wash, which is their most popular product, and I just love pretty much everything that they make. The two items that I buy the most from them are the wash and their wipes. They have wipes that go with it, and even though this is like a basic item, obviously the past 6 months I have not been without washing myself, so I finished a few bottles of this. This is the sensitive one, which I buy most times. But if they don't have it in stock because it is very popular, I never have any problem using the regular one as well. I love them both the same. I do like the sensitive one better though, because I feel like it leaves me with a little bit more of a comfortable feeling afterwards. Obviously, in 6 months, I have not only finished 2 of these, but I figured how many more of them do I need to keep the past 6 months? So I kept 1 of each. That's why there's only 2 bottles. So don't go making any thoughts thinking that, oh, girl, in 6 months and you only finished 2 bottles of feminine wash? Like, no, that's not the case. But moving on to the next thing is just a basic shower gel. This is nothing special. I'm only including it because I just wanted to show you guys that I do use regular products sometimes. I got this at Target. It was $2. And because I don't shave often, you guys know I get laser hair removal. Literally the only thing on my body that I use shaving cream for are my legs. So I tend to buy just a small little cheap brand of shaving gel. I don't invest in any expensive razors or whatnot because it's not my preferred form of hair removal. So this is just the Skintimate Raspberry Rain. When you put it on, I just really love how thick it is. It starts off as a gel, and then once you rub it in, it turns into like a nice thick foam. And it allows me to get some of the closest shaves that I've ever been able to achieve. So I'm a fan of this. It's only $2. You can't lose with the cheap little travel size bottle of shaving cream. Next item, another cheap one. This is from Bath and Body Works in their aromatherapy line, and this is the Stress Relief Body Wash. I used to love this. I used to use it every single day. The notes in it are cedarwood and sage, and because it is the aromatherapy line, you really do smell the scent on yourself even after you get out the shower, which is more than you can say for most cheap body washes like this. This one was $12. So I did like how you can use it also as a bubble bath if you wanted to. The scent would stay on your skin for a while. But it got to a point where I was just finding so many other favorite body washes and body shower products that I just could not wait to finish this. So the fact that the bottle is even down here is mainly due to the fact that after I got tired of using it, it was still at about this mark here. And I just tipped it upside down and just emptied it into the tub and made it one big bubble bath. Because I was so tired of seeing this cheap body wash on my shelf. Like, I have so many more body and shower favorites now that I probably will never buy another one from Bath and Body Works. And that's just being honest. So I couldn't wait to finish this one. I'm really not going to recommend it. Didn't even want to say too much about it, but yeah, I'm glad this one is done for. My next very regular item is just a regular secret deodorant. So I always thought that I was the type of person that no way, no how could I get away with using a non-aluminum natural deodorant. Like, I just was not interested. I had absolutely not a single care in the world that deodorants cause cancer. There's just so much I don't know that already interacts with my body every day. So why am I tripping about deodorant of all things? Like, please. So for the longest time, I just love Secret Outlast because it is a 24-hour deodorant. It is the liquid, so it's the one where once you roll it up, it comes up as the little gel. There's nothing more here, so nothing's gonna come out. But that's mostly because I hate when deodorants leave white under your underarms. To me, it looks so childish when you're wearing deodorant and you have random white little streaks on your clothes. Like, how old are you? Find a new deodorant that doesn't do that. Use the clear one. It's not as uncomfortable as people make it seem. It dries almost instantly. So I really don't understand why people are still using that deodorant that looks like a chalk. It's like one of my biggest beauty pet peeves. Why are you still using deodorant that looks like a chalk? It's not even as effective as the gel that can just go onto your skin easier. Like, I hate a stick deodorant. So this here is my favorite gel deodorant, and I'm kind of glad that it's finished because I'm going to switch back to my natural deodorant now, which will be in my next video. My next one is Eminence Apricot Oil. This is my absolute favorite body oil. Oh my goodness. So, story time, I went to Miami and while I was there, I got a massage, and afterwards, the way my body felt, like, it wasn't the way I normally feel after a massage, like, wow, that felt good, I'm back in the real world now. No. This body oil made me smell so good. I felt so smooth, like, she rubbed me from head to toe. It was one of the best massages. I was so relaxed. I didn't even want to leave the place afterwards. Like, we literally just chilled by the pool in the lounge chairs afterwards because I was just in another world. So I had to ask them, what products did you rub onto my body just now? Because whatever you just did for an hour and a half, I need to do to myself for about 30 minutes every single night. So I found it, and it is by the Eminence brand. Eminence is a very popular brand among spas. A lot of spas use their products. If you guys remember when I had a sponsorship with Face House, that was their main line that they carried there. So when I was getting my facial. So when I saw the brand name of the bottle, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I want to buy it. I recognize this brand. I already love their products. This comes in an apricot scent and a stone crop scent, and I bought the apricot one because that's the exact one that she used on me during my massage. And it is hands down one of my favorite body oils, like, ever. So needless to say, within 6 months, of course, I finished 2 of these. Only saved 1 bottle, though. But yes, Definitely going to be restocking on this because it is lovely. And I really like the way the texture is. It doesn't come out like the most lightweight oil. It is kind of heavy, but as you can see, it still drips. So it's not like, it doesn't feel like a body butter. But when you rub it in, you just glow. Like, look what my hand is doing right now. You just glow, you feel delicious, you smell delicious. It's really one of my favorite body oils ever, like, ever. I'm probably going to continue buying this for a very long time. Another shower product that I have been using is the Topicals Like Butter. If you remember, on my Instagram story, I've already talked about this one when I first got it during Brit's Recent Beauty Week 26. So I'm just here to report back that I finished it. It is all done. It comes with a spray bottle like that. So you just spray it onto your skin and rub it on. And then I usually apply a body oil over it. So this is actually the body version of one of their best-selling moisturizers. So when they came out with this, I bought the faded one and the Like Butter, but I'm only done with this one so far. And what it's meant to do is be very soothing for the skin. They recommend this for people who have eczema, flaky skin, super dry skin that can crack sometimes. But even if you have none of that, you're going to find pleasure in using this. Now, would I rebuy it is a different story, because I do have another body mist that is literally a third of the price. So now that I've finished this one, I can't say that I would buy it again. But I'm so glad that I did buy it because they're a Black-owned brand. The founder is absolutely brilliant. She actually made Forbes 30 Under 30 this year. All of that, of course, is unrelated to the product itself, but the ingredients in this, green tea, allantoin, rhubarb, ginseng, all of these very anti-inflammatory ingredients that are just made to soothe your skin. And if you really have skin where dryness is a concern, you are going to love the Like Butter Body Serum. I recommend everyone buy it at least once. Like, you just have to try it to know whether it's worth it for you. It's going to be worth it for some people more than others. To me, I don't really need this, but if dry skin is a concern of yours, you need this. This next product is definitely a favorite of mine. I have already rebought 2 of them actually, but before I talk about how many I rebought, let me just tell you what it is. The Glossier Body Hero Shower Oil. At first, I did not understand the concept of a shower oil. I was like, how is it cleaning my body if it's oily? That doesn't make sense. I'm not going to feel clean after that. But the concept of a shower oil is very similar to the concept of a cleansing balm or makeup remover or anything else oily that you put on your skin to clean it. And they put it into a bottle. I am in love with Glossier's Body Hero line. Even more so than their skincare. The scent of it is, it's just, at least, I'm speechless right now. I can barely talk. But it's mainly orange blossom and neroli scent. And the shower oil is very smooth to apply. It's lightweight. And what I like about it is that it's not flat. So when you apply it and onto a loofah, exfoliating glove, a wash rag, whatever you use, it still lathers a little bit. So I love the formula of it, and when you rinse it off, your skin is not left with that tightness that sometimes body washes or bar soaps can leave you with. You just feel like smooth and clean and fresh, and you smell good, feel good. I am just obsessed. I finished many bottles of this. I think I finished within the past 6 months. I had 4 of them total that I finished, but I only saved 1 bottle just to show you. But I've already rebought 2 bottles because they had 20% off for Black Friday and I jumped on the opportunity. In addition to that, I have the matching oil that goes with it. Now, this oil in the Body Hero line is a dry touch oil. So when you apply it to the skin, it's not going to be super greasy like this, but it also won't leave you dehydrated either. This is going to lock in the moisture on your skin so nicely, and it's lightweight enough. I don't know if you noticed this, but unlike having a pump, which most oils would have, this oil is lightweight enough to put in a spray bottle. That is genius. It is so easy to apply. I literally come out of the shower, I take a body hydration spray, spray my whole body with it. Boom. That takes about 2 seconds. I take my Body Hero oil, spray my whole body with it, and rubbing it in takes me less than 2 minutes. And it is just the fastest, most luxurious shower you will ever have using both of these together. Within 5 to 10 minutes, you're going to feel clean, smooth, and you're going to smell amazing, which if you were to go with a normal shower routine, your skin is probably going to feel tight if you use bar soap. So then you'll feel the need to use a soft body wash afterwards. Then when you come out of the shower, you're going to want to use a body butter just so that you're not dry. And then you're going to want to use perfume after so that you actually smell like you just showered and feel good. And all of that is unnecessary if you just allow yourself to indulge in Glossier's body line. Like shower oil, dry touch oil mist. Luxury in 10 minutes. The best showers you will take. So I ordered 2 more of these and 3 more of these. So in terms of body care, those are my favorite products ever, along with the Honey Pot products and the Eminence. Use them down to the last drop. Absolutely abuse the bottle. It's done for. Next up, we have a very interesting body wash. This is a body wash by Olay. As you know, they are one of the OGs of skincare. And this is a body wash that they have with retinol in it. And I found that to be very interesting because on the face, I'm actually very intimidated by retinol. As much as I know about skincare, when I incorporate retinol in my routine for a few weeks, I do it very, very, very gently. I don't play around with any drugstore brand retinols. I don't play around with any products that have not been highly, highly reviewed and consistent in their reviews. But for some reason, when it came to the body, I was like, retinol for the body sounds great. Let's do it. Let's try it. I'll use it every day. And that's what I did with this Olay body wash. As you can see, it is a huge bottle, and I actually managed to finish it, which is how much I love it. What I noticed with this was that if you don't know, the purpose of a retinol is to increase your cell turnover. So we get a new layer of skin every certain amount of weeks. And what retinol does for your skin is speeds up your skin's process so that you're getting a new top layer of skin a little bit faster than the way your skin naturally would on its own. And with that comes a whole slew of other benefits. Some people will see improvement with texture. Some people will see improvement with acne, anti-aging, hyperpigmentation. Because of what the core purpose of retinol is, that is the reason it's so multi-purpose for plenty of skincare concerns. So when it comes to using it on your body, I was so blown away in the store when I was shopping for this because I was like, why didn't anybody think of that before? Your body is just as susceptible to hyperpigmentation, flakiness, dryness, cracked elbows, hyperpigmentation or spots on the chest, spots on the back, acne on the back. Like, your body has so many similar skincare concerns as your face, but all we ever get for the body is these either non-scented products, which are super basic in formula, or things that are just meant to clean or grease you up. Clean or grease you up. You don't see many body treatment products, and that's why I was so interested in this Olay body wash. I used it down to the very last drop because I wanted to see if it would improve the texture on my elbows, the hyperpigmentation on my back, and the hyperpigmentation on my chest area. And I can 100% say that within the first I'd say 3 weeks of using it, I noticed my elbow area was so much softer and not flaky or dry. I noticed that my legs after I showered would feel a lot smoother than they naturally would. And I noticed that the hyperpigmentation on my back, this is my favorite part. I do have plenty of spots on my back. It's a mixture of sun damage and acne on my back that has gone away a long time ago, but the scars were still there. And the sun damage comes from literally just not being able to reach my entire back sometimes when I wear sunscreen in the summertime. But this has improved all of that so much that I'm thinking about, even when I go back to only using my Glossier shower oil, I think I'm still going to keep a bottle of this on hand just to use on my back area every night because I saw such great improvement that I'm not really ready to stop that process, that upward trend of progress yet. So I 10 out of 10 recommend this body wash. I love the price. It's less than $10. You can get it at Target, Walmart, CVS. It's so widely available. You don't have to order it directly from Olay. And that is just, it's one of the best drugstore body washes I have ever used. So if you see this in your Target next time, instead of buying your usual bar soap or your usual, I don't know, some people use Dove body wash, which I also love, but give this one a try. After a few weeks, you will see the benefits and you won't regret it at all. And last but not least, in the body care section, we have the Stripped Beauty Glow 2 oil. They're actually redoing the package right now, but this was sent to me by A Gold Consulting, which is a PR company. The brand Stripped Beauty is exactly what it sounds like. Skincare that is approachable with true ingredients, trustworthy ingredients. You don't have to worry about what's in it. But I absolutely love this oil. This is a face and body oil. So during all of my summer travels, I was basically packing this just to lighten the load a bit. Its main ingredients are squalane, which is one of my favorite skincare ingredients, argan oil, kernel oil, vitamin D, and jojoba oil. It also has a little bit of vitamin E in it. The benefits, I just love the way it felt. It didn't feel super greasy, but it wasn't so lightweight that I felt weird using it on my body either. It truly was, it felt just as good on face and body. So I had this in my suitcase a lot all summer, and that is why it's finished, because you guys saw how I was traveling this summer. I already knew that this was going to be a long video, but I just needed to get that out there. I wanted to start out with the body care and the fragrance because it was actually the smallest section. When we get into the makeup and skincare, listen, just sit down and get ready to write down what to shop for. I wanted to start catching you guys up a little bit on what I've been loving and using down to the last drop the past 6 months. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for Bitch Recent Beauty and next month for a whole new season of Fine Beauty Bible. Bye!